Hi everybody, welcome back to GregTech New Horizons, episode 143 with me, Sid. And in the last episode, we set up this thing, and I've not AFK'd as much as I should have done since last episode. I basically forgot to put it on. So we've got 462 litres. I think it was 5,000 litres. So, yeah, nowhere near. No surprise there. So, this episode, I have looked at and decided to do a whole load of the Ender.io stuff, because that is in our quest line. It's all up here in the medium voltage. I don't think it's a requirement to progress to HV, but I think it possibly gives us some directions of travel. Something to be targeting, so let's... What was that one? Oh, sprinkler, okay. Take water and boost your crop growth rate. Bone meal or fertilizer will make it... Okay, yeah, fine. Anyway, yes, what was I doing? I was going to, first things first, I meant to check while we were up there what my sugarcane situation was like, because... Yeah, it's alright at the moment. You need that to make the reedy water to do the stuff. So, let us have a look at what we need to play with and what we need to have about. Now, I've got machine chassis. I've got 7 of them. So that's a good start. Because we have got a Stirling generator, an alloy smelter, a fluid tank, basic capacitor, which will go to make a basic capacitor bank. So we're going to have 1, 2, not 2, 3, 4, and I don't think that uses one, no. So you just need 4 of those. So, good start. Let's get rid of those. And let's have a look at what, I mean, if we were going to be making and using, because it does state clearly in here, I think, RF batteries which store RF power. You can put many blocks together and enlarge total battery capacity. They'll merge into one battery. You can change the mode of each face with your wire cutters and get a wrench instead of the GUI. One option is a nice display of input output RF, but it has to be taller than it is wide. Okay, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, they merge into one battery. That was, it's a while since I've done Ender.io. They're great for interfacing with RF machines, blah blah blah. Tells you all about the various bits and pieces. Now, one bit of this, GregTech wiring can convert EU to RF, but not the other way around. Note that with ENet changes, a GregTech wire network will need at least one GregTech energy consumer, a machine hull of a matching voltage to work. So we basically, I think that's what it's trying to say to me, is use the Ender.io cables and power for the time being. I kind of got that feel. So if we were going to do that, then the obvious thing we're going to need to start off with is going to be a Stirling generator, I would say. Because you're going to want to make power, then you're going to want somewhere to put the power, and then you're going to want something to do with the power. And then there's a couple of allied blocks, the big old dark steel chest and the fluid tank, which is portable. So those are kind of where I want to just play around with. Just dabble my toes. And of course, while I'm dabbling my toes, I'm working on my next batch of stainless steel. So, win-win. 3 things there, in you go. God, that's noisy. I wonder, just as a stupid idea, I've got them there somewhere, can I? Stop that noise for the future. Right, where were we? We were doing an alloy thing to do, so we need an iron furnace. That's a furnace with iron plates. Okay, furnace is this stuff and flint. Stuff and flint. But while I'm at it, let me just double check, because that used an iron furnace. That used 3. I think that's all we had. Yeah, so I need 4 iron furnaces, so I might as well. 6, I need 24 then, don't I? 24 of those. And then we need some flintage, which I have no idea where I've got that. Oh, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. Yeah, that's right. Adds up, doesn't it? So that's that, and then we're going to need 7, so 14, 28 iron, which we're going to turn into lovely, lovely little plates. And we'll do as many of these as we can get. You know, I'm not gonna sweat not being able to make them all, but I am going to try, and then we'll set them up. I don't know, down the end here somewhere, just so we've got a little separate section for our RF stuff, Ender IO kind of things, just for the time being. So we got those. We have almost got these, and we're going to want those, which are, I think, well, maybe that way around. Let's double check. No, we had it right the first time. And then we can do that. Shonk. 2, 3, 4 of those. Perfect. Lovely. Let's pop those over there. What else do I need? I need iron rotors. And we're going to extrude those. 5 too, so 10 iron rotors. 10 iron rotors, 10 iron ingots to make 2 iron rotors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Extrude rotors. Off you go. So that is going to be one of those with one of those. 2 of those and 2 of those. Then we're going to need cast iron casings, 2 of those. Well, iron casings actually, I think it was, wasn't it? But for any iron plates I have, I think we said iron ingot makes 2. Cutting machine makes 2 from 1. Well, that kind of makes, it's a no-brainer then, isn't it? Let's just double check that. Cutting machine. Boom. So that is those. And these are LV, so we should just be straight off of those, I think. And 1 Stirling generator. So let's pop you, well, we'll just plop you down there for now. And we can put capacitors in to give efficiency. We have redstone mode, active with signal, active without signal, never active, always active. So I could put a lever on that if I wanted. But the next thing you need off of that after the Stirling generator is the basic capacitor bank. So for that we're going to need to make these, and that I'm going to need molten polyethylene. Have I got molten poly? I should have some molten polyethylene, I'm sure. We do. Excellent. And we're going to use 4 aluminium bolts per. That needs 4 of them, so I need 16 aluminium bolts. Tantalum bolts, tantalum, aluminium, all the wrong things. 16 aluminium bolts. Let me grab an aluminium ingot. I really do need to get processing some of these. Let's get the rod extruder. Then we need to do the manganese foil. That's going to be the interesting one, isn't it? So I think these make 8. No, it's 4. So yeah, another one. Definitely need to start processing some aluminium. I think the thing that kind of slows me down there is the fact that I'm just constantly playing the processing the stainless steel game at the moment. You're literally coming out here going, how much steam have I got? I haven't got enough yet. I can't make a thing, and then off you go back and do your thing. Anyway, that was that, and then we need manganese foil. So program 10 for 4 on a foot ingot, and I need the same again. So I need, now I've got to find manganese first, and my periodic is not that good. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just cook it. Okay, that's nice. Four of those, in you go. That will make me all of the manganese foils I need to make the 4 capacitors. And then we're into redstone plate. Okay, it's just compressed redstone then, I would imagine, cut up. That's just a guess, but you know, it's a guess that I've got. Cooking the manganese. There we go. Cooking manganese done. I say this steam should be quite a bit faster, because obviously we've got 3 of them now, and I think once we've got 4 we'll have a reasonable rate of return on those. But you need to be on program 10. Lovely. And then program 1 in an assembler. Boop, boop, boop. That will get me those. Then right, yeah, then we've got the cadmium battery. I think that's the last bit, which I hope we can do. That's the one bit that I'm not entirely sure whether I've got the makings of. We'll find out, won't we? But my God, that goes through that stuff quickly. Anyway, got you. So now I need redstone plate. So redstone is, well, that's coloured, but if I just want a block of redstone, I'm going to compress 9 redstone. Yeah, I thought so. Go and find a compressor, which should be somewhere about. Forming, cutting. Please don't be on this one. You're not good. Packager, the scanner, compressor. How's that doing? Steady, steady, steady growth. And then we need to put you in a cutting machine. I'm going to go with a cutting machine, and low voltage will do. We can just stick you in there. That should do the job. Take that out, put that in. I'm going to put that glass away. So that is quite a few of the bits that we need. I'll be back in a moment once that's cut, because that will be that, and then we just need to look at what's involved with the cadmium, medium voltage cadmium battery. And I think these are medium voltage lithium batteries that I've got in here. Yes. But cadmium, I think, is lower, isn't it? Yeah, 300,000 versus 4. Yeah, it's a lesser thing, so we should have the makings. I'm fairly certain we should have the makings of that, just the battery chassis. Going to be a chicken off of that in there. That's just giving me a chicken now. There's going to be a little clucker over there. Anyway, yeah, let me get those. So cadmium battery. Let me just check. I should have cadmium. We need 8 dust to fill it, so 16 cadmium. That's going to be the bit that I'm most worried about. And then I've got to remember where cadmium lives. On the periodic table of elements. There you go, 19. So we have got enough, just. Okay. So what do I need? I need to make a medium voltage battery chassis. That's copper, molten polyethylene basically. Battery alloy plates, 2 copper cables, and that. Battery alloy plates times 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Copper wires, that's 1, 2. I think that's all I needed, wasn't it? For those, I don't need more than 1. Oh, you needed 2, okay. So that is going in there on program none. Just do it the right way. I know, I don't think it matters, but it offends my sensibilities otherwise. Polyethylene, I really do need to automate this thing. And I wish this warp effect would go away. It's actually really annoying. I think that there are warp effects that I enjoy more. Sort of pooping out chicken eggs. Right, so we've got you, and then we need 16 cadmium. I mean, it's just getting out of hand, isn't it? Now, just out of interest, what's the recipe for cadmium? Cadmium ore, which we... rare earth vein. No, it doesn't exist on any bloody planet. So the only way to get this cadmium is going to be presumably as a side effect, sphalerite or I mean, that's the annoying thing. Look at that. There's cadmium ore in netherrack, but you can't get it. Because we can get it from that, small chance. Cadmium again. Cadmium again. So how else would you get it? Centrifuge. Let me just do it on the normal one. Sphalerite dust. Centrifuge it. Okay. Pretty much it there. And you can electrolyze it from nothing I've actually got. So it is sphalerite, and that's it. Zinc. Wow. Okay. But that is going into a canner. Now, I don't think I've got a medium voltage canner. That would seem to be a bit of a what's the word I'm looking for here? A luxury item, maybe? Something that we don't, use a lot of. So I need the canner. Canner. There you go, basic canning machine. Off we go. I think that's it. I think we've got a battery, which is pretty good going. I think we just plonk that straight down next to it. And we're laughing. Almost there. Did I say I'd be back in a moment? I think I did actually, didn't I? Oh, well, obviously I didn't go through with that. Yeah, just a circuit, and we're off. Let's go make a battery. We're getting into Ender.io circuit. So we're going to do that. Bang. There's only one battery. Okay, I can make another one then. Doesn't matter, but I'll just stick you in there for now. That can just go over in there. Obviously got carried away with that. Right, so I'm going to take you. I'm going to pop you down and we're going to go and find some fuel for you, because you are currently set up there. Your output will be that side and your input is that side, and they're always active. Your configuration is that is your push on that side. Just need to get a little bit of fuel. I think I might have a little bit of charcoal upstairs. Got quite a lot of charcoal upstairs, plus I've got a hell of a lot of charcoal on the roof, so we're still sitting pretty. There you go. 20 RF per tick. Generates 16,000 RF at 20 RF per tick. Right now, I'm very happy with that. Right, so with that in tow, we now need to look at the things we're going to make with it. And this is the one that I think is the more valuable of the two. So we are going to need this diamond saw blade, which is a cobalt brass gear. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, let's go and see what's what with what, because I've got no idea. Ooh, a couple of bags, just an iron ingot sat there doing an iron gear, but not a cobalt or brass gear. Okay, so let's make. And the kind of thing I'm finding with a lot of these recipes is just take every bit as a bit as it comes. So, for example, I know I need 2 of those, and I've got them. So now when I look at the sag mill, that's done. I need 2 of those. Got them. I need 1 of those. Got it. So that is those, all of those, and that. I need steel casing and I need an electric piston. Now the electric piston I'm going to be pretty... Oh, I actually had a whole load of capacitors already made. Oh my god. Okay, doesn't matter. No loss. We're fine. We're fine. I'm just going to sit here and not get upset about that at all. Brass, copper, cobalt brass might be something that has to do with that then. That'll be interesting. No, so I don't think we're seeing anything in there that's going to help us elsewhere with that. But that's fine because we've already got that. So steel got 1. Needed 2. That's a shame. Got a steel plate though. A steel plate. Well, we can cut 1 steel plate into 2. Okay, let's go and do that now then. Except when you do that. Come on, I've got a crowbar somewhere. Somewhere I've got a crowbar. There. I was looking for red, I don't know why. For some reason in my head that blue was a red piece. There you go. 2 of them. Okay, we're good. So we've got the steel. We've got that, so I need an electric piston and this. The electric piston is an accumulation of bits. So we're going to go and get, I think the electric piston was 1, it might be 2. Let me have a look. It was just the 1. Going to need 2 tin cables. Two rods, 3 plates. Can I densify them? I mean, I can recycle them back into 9 dust. I don't think I can undensify them, so it doesn't matter. 3 steel plates and 2 steel rods. Steel. 3 and 2. Oh, and a gear. Let me just double check that one while I'm at it. I think you are a single ingot. Yes, you are. There you go. So we're going to go back to program 1 and put 3 of them through. We're going to put 1 of them through there. We're going to come down here, we're going to get the gear, and we're going to say I was panicking then. I thought I'd lost me thing, but I hadn't. And we shall get you I think that, isn't it? Yes, we go. There we go. So the only thing left is this diamond, so I need a cobalt brass gear. How do I make, so I can extrude a gear with 4 cobalt brass, and cobalt brass is made how? Cobalt brass dust, which is crafted with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 brass, 1 aluminium and 1 cobalt. 7 brass, 1 aluminium, 1 cobalt. I need to macerate these, aren't I? So let's go and have a look. I think my macerator is just round here. Cobalt, aluminium. Got to do those as well, actually. Won't take long though. Anyway, I'll be back in a sec. Alright, so we have the cobalt brass. It is 4, so half of that goes in with that. This can go there for want of a better place. And then we just need to combine it with some diamond dust, I believe. Let me have a look. That is small diamond dust piles. Yeah, right. Now where on earth would I have... See, that is ender pearl dust. I don't think any of this is going to have anything even remotely looking like small diamond dust. That is probably, if it's anywhere, going to be up small diamond dust. So the recipe for that is, we can sift, macerate. So if I were to macerate a diamond, sag mill, well, forge hammer a diamond. Nope. Macerate. Give me a recipe to make bloody diamond dust. Not asking for much. Don't want witchery. Don't want all of this. I suppose there might be a whack it with a hammer recipe. No? Oh, come on, there's got to be a... forge hammer, which ain't helping me. I could make a diamond rod and that would give me 2 more. Okay, we'll do that. Fine. Lathe. I think I've got a lathe. There's that cutting machine. I think we'll sleep in a minute as well, just to, because for one, the lathe is here, which means it's probably going to have a good old go at draining some of these batteries, because this, remember, is disconnected, so I don't have any risk of pulling that down. Can I sleep there? I can't. I need to go and find something solid. Apparently I'm a bit picky about where I sleep. There we go. I think the rain stopped actually, but there you go. Doesn't really matter. How are you doing? You're almost full again. So I'll be able to go and put another 2. Oh, put a little bit of a speed boost on. Need to bring some more oxygen down. I'm down to my last 4. And now I can't hear it. I'm panicking because every time I can't hear it, I think something's wrong. How are we doing there? Oh, we're actually starting to drain those batteries. Again, it's fine. I can always take the batteries up, pop them in the upstairs one and bring some recharge ones down. It's really not a problem. It's just not the ideal way of doing things, obviously. But there we go. Let's just be back in a second. Alright, and with that we now have... I'm sure there's got to be an easier way to make that. Sifter, macerator. So it just doesn't give you the options, does it? It's centrifuge, forge hammer, diamond ore, but I'm not seeing anything that would actually take a diamond and turn it into that. Doesn't matter though, because we got what we wanted, and that's what's important. Because now we can go sag mill, bang, done, in. Now I should have, hopefully, kicking around somewhere in wires, maybe? Energy conduit from Ender IO. Well, that's what we need. That it's ticking along. We're still at 40 thing. We're at 370. I mean, this is not obviously an efficient setup, but what we can do is we can just pop these in ready, and we can pop you down. You are hooked in and you are drawing power. In fact, you're probably going to draw about a quarter of what was in there in the first place, but now we have a sag mill, which is kind of cool. Not gonna, oh, that doesn't live there. That lives in wires. So we can go to the sag mill. That leaves just the alloy smelter, which requires a couple more motors. That. A couple more circuits. Yeah. 3 of those. Yeah. And then we just need 7. We just need a cauldron. 7 plates. There's literally no benefit to doing them in the assembler other than you save a bit of durability on your hammer. So that was iron. I have a habit sometimes of picking up zinc by accident. Yeah. So the Program 7, well, we will do it the technologically advanced way, just because, you know, it takes longer and it doesn't save you any materials whatsoever. But with that one, we've actually done all of the powered devices that I wanted to do from that list. At least initially anyway. So, no, I am going to do, I think it goes like that. That gives me the alloy smelter, which we can plonk down. You're going to draw another 100,000 out of there, but that is fine. Got no faffing around with this stuff, no exploding, no. I do like the Ender IO stuff, and I actually love the fact that you can combine and put the put the conduits as well, the item conduits and stuff in there. But that should put us 4 out of the 6 items we wanted to do. I will take the basic capacitors for that one. I will take the machine chassis for that one. I'll take a capacitor for that. And a machine chassis for that. Now that gives us diamond grinding head. Flint heads only save a little power. If you want to exploit the true capacity, you can use a diamond or tungsten grinding heads. Craft me the diamond, I'll give you a tungsten one. So that, I believe, you put it in the ball slot of the thing there, if I remember rightly, and it has durability and it improves the efficiency. But yeah, not really much to write home about on that one at this moment. Let me put you away along with those, and then we can start looking at the next 2 items, which are certainly more passive in nature, and they go in there. What can I spend those on, just out of interest? Lich, Naga, feast rooms. Not a lot then. Right, so we got rid of you. Now what I think this. Oh, hello. Oh, grief, those eggs. Pooping eggs. I don't like it. Right, dark steel. If I were dark steel, where would I be? That's my first question. Have I got any? This is my second version of the same question. We got some. However, this requires dark steel, and so we've actually got enough to make that, but have I got then enough? Have I got enough to do, well, that steel, that doesn't use any dark steel. That's fine. That uses electrical steel actually, which I think I have got some electrical steel somewhere. Pulsating, wrought, stainless steel dust, a little bit of that, didn't I? I got that kicking around. I've got 1 electrical steel. I don't know whether that is enough to make an electrical steel frame box, but we can come back to that. We're on the dark steel. Right, let's try not to get myself sidetracked. So I don't think any of these are electrical steel boxes. They're all, no, they're not. Right, dark steel. Have I got any dark steel screws? I have, which means I have got exactly what I need to make a dark steel chest. All I need to do is make those, which we can do on program 2. I'm very, very tempted to go and hack the warp effects and turn that off. If I can. I may even know if I could. A screwdriver and a hammer. Oops, hello. And we also need a diamond chest. A spare diamond chest. Well, there's a way to do this. And that is... Then we'll do those. Are they miniature white lamps? I think they are. Might keep hold of those for a second. Project Blue. I don't know whether they're required, but I don't know why they're there in my inventory or in, you know, a random spot in the. Because that's just too much. It's too often. I mean, it's not like I'm that far into Thorncraft. Actually, probably want some of those, but let me just have a look. I think it was just 3 of those, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there you go. Keep those on our personage. Empty this lot out. Pop them away. Going to take a hot minute though, so I'll be back once I've finished that. Right, now we have, I believe, everything we need to do this, except for the screwdriver and the hammer. Everything except for dark steel chest. In we go. That gives us, what do we get as a reward for making that? Where are you? Where's it gone? It was a thing. Dark steel pipes, caging a demon. Dark steel chest. Oh, okay. You get nothing for it. Okay, fine. Go there for now. That is a chest and a half. Have an egg. Right, well, that was annoying. Didn't get anything for it, it just cleared a quest item. Okay. And then we got the fluid tank. So for that I need steel casing. That is, let me just double check, that was steel plate. It's basically an ingot per, isn't it then? So 1, 2. Because that goes down, no, all the way. Yeah, this egg thing is getting a bit silly. Need to eat. At this rate, I'll not need a chicken farm. I'll build my own chicken farm. And I'm not going to lie, it's kind of embarrassing. So we still need the electrical steel thing. We need an electric pump. So we've got you, Those can live over there because that's where they do. I want to have a look. What are these? Yeah, I can't do anything with them. Alright, we'll stick them there for now. Right, so we've got you and you. What else do I need? Electric pump. Now, I'm going to guess that I don't have a pump. It's not one of those things. Again, these are the kind of things I should. If I was an organised person, I would have ready made, but I don't, because I'm not. So there you go. Oh, come on. It's just getting silly now. I'm getting depressed. I mean, I'm laying eggs, more eggs than a chuck. Right, so I need an electric motor. Well, I made these before. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so the electrical steel is a blend of steel, coal dust and silicon dust. So first things first, we need to just go macerate up 4 steel, 4 coal and 4, well, not 4 silicon, that's already dust. So that's fairly straightforward. But then we've got to EBF it. And I need 4 to make 8 rods. And oxygen. Of course we need oxygen, let's not forget the oxygen. So that's distilled water, that is oxygen there. We'll grab you, and we'll go and put you into here, I suppose, direct. And then, right, this goes in an EBF on program 11. It takes 60 seconds, uses 144,000 EU. I'm going to put 4 in. Off it goes. Actually, it says 30 seconds there, so it's not too bad, I don't think. Oh, hello. Let's see what impact it makes. I might make all 8 at this rate. I mean, there's no real point to keeping powdered electrical steel, but I actually only need 4. So, yeah, that's 1. I've already got 1, so I actually only need 3. I suppose the other thing I do need to think about, I do need to get that medium voltage. Well, I want to get a medium volt. I want to get something that can process that heavy oil, which I think is the first point of work. Because I'd like to get something to then process that to make medium voltage electricity, so we can kind of reduce our reliance to a degree. I know it seems odd that we're reducing our reliance at this stage when we're so close to having all of the steam generators, but we do need to move beyond steam. I could do with putting those hydrogen somewhere as well. Yeah. Now, if I have got I can't see from down here. I think those are low voltage cells. These things in there. Yeah, low voltage fluid tanks, which hold 16 each off the top of my head. Might be 32. Could be 16 or 32. It's one of the two, and it's 32. So I can pop you down, I can stick that in there, and then I can get that making me some more oxygen. Bonus, right, and then that goes into the storage. Hydrogen we are not short of at the moment. You go in there, and off you go making me oxygen again. How are you? Yeah, it did actually. 4 took about the same as the 2 stainless steel, so maybe we just let it recoup itself. I may just put the stainless steel away in powder form for now. I only need the 4 making the electrical things, so the rods in here, so they could sew with those, and off they go. And that'll be the last item I've got on my list of things to do today. And again, it's not necessarily progressing as, vastly forwards, but it's not always. It's not always about massive leaps forward. Sometimes it's about just steady leaps forward, or steps forward, or moving forward. But I'm fairly certain that sag mill will come in handy, because let's get you in there, and I'm fairly certain that did that and that, and then I think you do like that, and that gives me a fluid tank, which if we look in there, I will hold 16, and it's harvestable with a pickaxe, so I don't have to faff around. Faff. And that is that one, which will give me, well, I'll take the capacitor again. It's probably the more. So simple power. So then we're into the combustion generator, and this is where you get into this table where you can burn, you know, various things. Oil gives you that hooch, ethanol via diesel or fuel, and that, don't know what kind of equivalent, but it doesn't convert easily, so it doesn't really matter. And then you're going to brew in liquids. We've got conduits, we've got more wrenches, we've got this thing which I probably do just for completion. Caging a demon with a reinforced obsidian. That's dark steel bars with obsidian and dark steel plates, and obviously that would allow me then to build something that was witherproof, which we're going to have to do at some point, because I'm fairly certain the wither skeleton stuff is fairly important in there. And just as a matter of interest, where is my first I want to burn things, what I have made? Advanced compressor, too much mercury. This is, you see, I've got nothing in here that really goes, and now let's burn stuff. I mean, a voltage energy hatch, that's obviously all for your EBF stuff. Advanced world accelerator. Guzzles amps, so your power infrastructure better be ready for it. Yeah, no. 1 in a million super chest. Need to store ludicrous amount. Well, I imagine I will do at some point. Not really. HV tank holds 256 litres of something. The ULV circuits make it annoying to craft. This is the last of the voltage tier ones. After this, it's super tanks. Okay. There's yeah, interesting stuff. Molten polyethylene. 41 polyethylene cells. I don't even know whether I've got. I don't think I've got enough to make 41 at the moment, have I? I can make. These are 1 litre, so I can do 1.5. Okay, yeah, 41. That's not happening anytime soon. Anyway, I think on that note, we're going to probably leave this one here. This is nearly full. It's got a little bit of power left in it, but you know, that's fine. I'm going to just make this I say a short episode. It might not be a short episode, but it's certainly not a long one, hopefully. And but we've got some new machines. We've cleared a few jobs off of the list, and we can pick up next episode. I will definitely try to do some more solid AFKing sessions between this episode and the next episode, because one of the things I really do need to do, or maybe that will go in, will you? Yeah. Do need to do is get this rum quest done, and the only way I'm going to do that is by AFKing. So on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon, and bye for now.